Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the podcast. We are recording live from beautiful, sunny Florianópolis, Brazil, and we have a very special episode for you today. This is my first interview on the show since I became a mother, and I honestly could not have thought of a better guest to have on than my dear friend, amazing mother, and brilliant entrepreneur, Paula Ciochetta. Welcome to the show, Paula.
Thank you, Dani. I'm so happy to have you here in Madhya and to be participating.
We are so excited to have this conversation with you. Paula is the founder of Madhya Studio. They offer yoga, Pilates, LSV classes, and retreats. And she's also the mother of a beautiful girl, Callie, who is now 15 months? Yes, 15 months, so just 2 months younger than my son, Levin. One of the reasons I wanted to have you on the show is because of your story and how you completely challenged the idea that becoming a mother means putting your business and ambitions on hold. So you actually opened your studio when you were 7 months pregnant, is that correct?
Yeah.
That is insane, that is amazing, and I love that about you. So I'd love to start from there, rewind a little bit, because people now see you, they see you as a mother, they see your studio and the life you've built, but they don't know how it all started. So my first question for you is, before Madhya and before becoming a mother, who were you? Were you always an entrepreneur?
No, not at all. So I used to work in the corporate side, and I worked for many multinational companies, also startups, and I was working mainly in human resources. But then I felt that I had to have another purpose on my life. I had to have like more a deep meaning, because I was feeling that if I would continue on that path, that would generate a lot of success for me. Like I had like a very clear career path, but I was not fulfilled inside. So I changed my plans. I started work with women and holding women's circles, giving mentoring, coaching. So I passed through this transition, and before creating Madhya, I went to Bali. That was the big shift. I think we can talk more about this later. But when I came to Floripa, I came with my mind like very open to all the possibilities that could emerge here, and I was a bit like empty inside because I didn't know which path I would choose. Like I was working with this, but at the same time I didn't feel that I wanted to continue, so I just like opened my mind to every possibility that could emerge. And of course, like I linked this with my time in Bali, and then I passed through a very empty space, and I just allow myself to like don't have like a second option, like just like don't follow another plan. Like I would just feel what I needed to feel and give the space to maybe create something new. And then was in this space that I created Madhya. So Madhya came from this empty space, and the meaning of Madhya is the space in between.
I didn't know that. I love that.
So it's like, for me, it's very meaningful because like it's the space in between like movement and silence, between one old version of myself and another version that I am becoming. And for people that come here, is the space between silence and using our voice, is the space where we can meet like the real truth that lives inside of us.
I love that. That is so beautiful, and I never knew that, but it makes so much sense now. I think what is so inspiring is you allowed yourself, you fully surrendered to the unknown. And you weren't trying to force anything, but you trusted that something would be created that is better than you could ever imagine. and you had full faith that your plan A would work out.
Yeah.
So that's what I love, because some people, when you are in that mindset of nothing is working, I don't know what to do, it's so easy to fall into a victim mentality and go down the rabbit hole of I can't do this. But instead, when you give yourself space to think and to introspect, and I think that's what you've built here. Like every time I enter Madhya, it's like you reconnect with the truest version of yourself, and that is where ideas, ambition, confidence is born. Which came first, Madhya, or like the idea of Madhya, or the idea of a baby?
Okay. So yeah, like the first week that I decided that I would rent this place to build Madhya was the week that I discovered that I was pregnant.
Really?
So it was in the same week.
Wow.
Yeah, so just like I came to my mind like, okay, I'm gonna rent this place, and then I don't remember right now, but like I think 2 days later, I got my pregnancy test and okay, I am pregnant. So what should I do? And then I had a lot of the support of my husband that helped me know, okay, you can do this, like you can do both at the same time. If you want, you can do it.
Yes.
So like I already had the idea of Madhya, but I feel that with the pregnancy, once I discovered that, it gave me even more like an impulse to do it, because also I have to tell you, like my pregnancy was very calm. I was very connected, like to my intuition, to my body. So I was feeling very healthy. I was taking care of myself. That I think it's like one important thing. Like I was okay, like moving forward, creating a new business, but at the same time I was like taking care of myself, like as a priority. And yes, so they both like coexisted together for some time.
It was a birth of a real baby and a business baby.
Yes, exactly.
And just so the audience knows, you are not originally from Floripa.
No.
So I think this chapter was just all new. You don't have family nearby.
Yeah.
You are Brazilian, so they are in another state. But here on the island, it was very much finding, but also building your own community.
Exactly. I didn't know. I just knew like one person here, one friend. So I created everything from like the stretch, you know, from the beginning. And this also gave me more strength, because I was like going to places and meeting people in a very genuine way, like just like presenting myself and presenting like my life and my idea from this like very true part of me. And I didn't have like any expectation. Like I was just like, okay, I want to bring some of the experience that I had in Bali for Floripa. I want to bring this to here. I'm gonna put all of my energy and my way of doing things. It's not that I want to copy Bali, it's just that Bali,
inspiration.
Yes, an inspiration like had a huge impact on me. So I wanted to put this energy aligned with my energy and the energy also of the island. So I was creating something that was meaningful to me.
Yeah.
Like the first intention was what is meaningful to me, what is true to me, and based on that, I created Madhya. So like I have a degree in business administration that helped me a lot also, but was not so marketing strategy and all planned stuff, you know, was more like
From within.
From within, exactly, from my heart.
Yes, and I see it because I think this is such a great reflection as I'm looking around. It's beautiful, it's so serene, so zen, and it's a reflection of this chapter of your life. I think it really blends together the island life, but also the feminine energy and reconnecting to motherhood. And what I love is it gives you the confidence that you already know what is best for you. And I think that is such an important lesson to take into motherhood as well, because there's so much noise outside, so much information. You get so overwhelmed. And I think it's really important for anyone listening who may be entering into this chapter not to be nervous, not to think about plan B or what if things go wrong or what if I don't know enough. The answer is within you and it will come.
Yeah.
And when you had Callie, let's jump into motherhood and running the business. Did things play out the way you imagined? Were you planning to simultaneously run the business while taking care of a newborn? And what did that look like for you?
I think it's very important to say that I had a lot of the support from my husband. Like, I prepared Madhya's team very well. Like, I found really good people to be in charge while I would not be here. So this is important. Like, it's not that I planned everything, because like you lose some of your control once you are with a newborn, of course. But I like had a structure, and I enjoyed the time that I was like feeling very good during my pregnancy and doing a lot of stuff to create this. So like I create like a structure that allow me to just like relax. I think this is the word. Like it's relaxed. I was feeling relaxed, even though I was like launching a business, you know, like. And the birth of Callie was like super amazing. Was much better than I expected. Was in our house. Was a planned natural birth, and everything went so well. But I knew that those at least 3 first months of Callie as a newborn would be so special.
Yes.
Like, they would never return, and I really wanted to be like really, really present for her. So like working was not in my plan.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I arranged everything, and I just allow myself, okay, I am launching Madhya now, but it doesn't mean that Madhya needs to grow so fast, like month by month. Like, I didn't have this intention. Like, I knew about my real life, my moments at that time, and I had like a compassion to myself also, because otherwise you just compare yourself with other women, and this is not healthy at all, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I just like was very connected to me, to my daughter, and the precious moments that we had. And then after 3 months, I started coming back to Madhya like slowly in my pace, because I think this is also important. Like, I was like fully immersed in that experience. That takes a lot, because we often prepare everything for the birth of the baby, but we don't prepare enough ourselves to the birth of
the mother. Like motherhood, yes.
Becoming a mother, like meeting this new version that I still don't know, like, you know,
I'm still figuring it out.
So yes, you know, like it must have some time.
Yes.
It must like have some space for that, but like all the noises and the pressure and the world that we live, usually they don't allow this. Yeah. Right?
Like, you have to have it figured out from the beginning.
Exactly. So this is something that we challenge. Like, I think every woman that gives birth really face this, because it's a pressure that sometimes doesn't come from within. Comes from the outside.
External. For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's a huge identity shift. I think when you're pregnant as well, it's so much attention on you, and then all of a sudden you're giving all your attention to a baby, and you're really running on empty most of the time. So you're like, how do I balance it all? But I love what you said about just your self-awareness that you are self-compassionate, you know that this is temporary, so you want to give it your full attention, but also spending almost a year, like many, many months before, to prepare yourself to give you that space.
Exactly.
So the fact that you are so self-aware, not only in a business sense, but in motherhood, I think that's why you have like the thriving family, the thriving business. It is that awareness, but also the mindset that you can have it all and you find a way to make it work. What would you say was the most challenging part for you about switching over from, I would say, corporate and then also running an online services business to having your own space in person in Floripa?
Wow. It was like a lot of challenges, like the first, like from the corporate part to the independent part. With career path, we usually stay like, let me reorganize this, but like if you have like a very clear career path in the corporate side, you kind of depend on more about those structures, you know, like I don't know,
like you get a promotion in a few years.
Exactly, like it's something, exactly, it's something that you control more.
Yes.
It's something that you know the outcome. Of course, like you put the efforts, you have the goals, but at the same time, if you have like the career path, you know how this is gonna end.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have role models, like people, your directors, executives that you can follow.
Yes. And it came to a point for me that I was like growing in my career, like I had like a promotion in like few months, and then I decided, no, this is not right. This is not aligned with what I want to build for myself, like in the future, because like I really like recognize this time of my life as very powerful moments, because I learned a lot. You know, like I developed a lot, but I didn't want this for myself, like for the whole life. So I, again, like had to follow my intuition. And I remember that I was talking to people like team workers and my leader, and they said like, you are crazy, like you are about to having a promotional, you will grow. And I said like, no, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know that this is not the path that I want to follow. So it's like the challenge is the first time was like having like a very nice structure and a clear career path, and then like just abandon this and like follow my intuition.
And not knowing where that
not
leads.
knowing.
Yes.
And then I started to like reconnected with this feeling that generates all this change. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna put my effort in the human being development. So I started working one-on-one sessions, and this gave me more purpose. And I started to work with women's circles. And this contact with the feminine energy in a very deep way kind of like opened this portal for what I built in Madhya. So of course I didn't know like I want to be like an entrepreneur. I want to have like a wellness space. Like I didn't know any of that. But I was very connected to the sensations, to the feelings, to the thoughts about this feminine energy, about spirituality, about wellness. So I was very into this. And then once I went to Bali, this all made sense.
All clicked. Yes. It fell into place.
Exactly. And Bali was like a very old dream, very old dream. And then, all made sense. And then I moved to Floripa, and I said, okay, So yes, like I went through all of this path to arrive here, and then creating really something from my heart.
Oh, I love that. I love that, because you created something even better without knowing the answers from the beginning.
Totally.
I think that is the biggest shift from going from a very corporate career path where you're moving up the corporate ladder to being an entrepreneur. You control so many more factors, like your location, your life, like what you do with your 24 hours, 7 days a week, that sometimes it can be overwhelming. Like, what do I do now? And you don't have the answers. But when you lean into what truly lights you up, what feels aligned, and trust that you have what it takes, I think that is how you get the answers to not only business, but with motherhood. You're not going to have the answers. Like, as an entrepreneur, the path is not laid out for you. And that can be really scary. That can be exciting, but at times very scary when you just want more stability, when you want the answers. But I think when you are thrown into this, you really have to think, what if it all goes right? What is within my power to build something even better for myself, for my family, and the community? What has been your schedule now with Callie as a 15-month-old day to day?
So like after 1 year and 3 months now, I feel like I am more organized in a way. Like I can control a bit more my time and my work. So I try to set priorities, and this works really well. Like I have support of Kali's babysitter that she stays with her part of the time. And I take the most advantage of that time, and I do everything that I need and that I want. And with motherhood, we see, oh my God, how many things can fit in 24 hours, or of course half of that, you know, because it's a lot. It's a lot to take, but at the same time, I feel if I don't have this time for myself, if I don't have time to take care of myself, my health, to move my body, to work, to stay some time alone, like my presence with Kali is totally different. So once I have this time, I return to Kali with much more presence and calm, and you know, like it's different.
The energy is completely
all
different.
The difference.
And when you are pouring from an empty cup, it doesn't serve anyone. So prioritizing, even just space to yourself. You don't even have to do anything productive, but just giving yourself that alone time to reconnect. Like we mentioned before, that is where the space to be creative, to be a better mother, that's where it comes from. So I love that even from the beginning, you knew that about yourself, and you weren't afraid to give yourself that time. I feel like in the society, sometimes mothers they feel guilty when they're like, I have time for myself, or when I'm not with the baby. Like, you don't need to put that pressure on you, especially if you have the luxury, or if you're able to find a way to give yourself just an hour or two a day. You'd be so surprised at how much can get done in just an hour, and how much you are more present, and how much you can grow as a person.
Exactly. Like at first, at the beginning, it may be more like difficult to have this, because like newborn, it's crazy. The life with newborn, it's insane.
I don't think you truly understand until you have one. Like, you hear it all the time, but I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. Until you go through it yourself, there's really no words to describe what the experience is like with a newborn.
Exactly. So like, I knew that those first 3 months, or maybe more, I would be like dedicated and devoted to her like 100%. I knew this. So I was feeling peace. Like I didn't have time to meditate. I didn't have time for my yoga that I will do like every day. Like none of that. But the time, I always say this because this was like so like strong to me. like I didn't have any of that time that I used to, but when I was breastfeeding Kali, I was just like enjoying that time, like take like slow breaths, you know, like connecting to myself, connecting to her, and all of that love that really opened my heart, like in a way that
it's indescribable.
So that was an opportunity for me to also reconnect to myself, but discover parts of myself and my feelings that I never had before. So if you just look to one side and see, oh my God, I don't have time to myself, I am here with this newborn, like that's demanding the whole day, so what should I do? Just like see from the outside and see, okay, this is so challenging. This is the most challenging like part of my life that I passed through. But at the same time, it has like a gift that like would never return. Those first moments, like watching her pass through like a milestone, like you know, like it's amazing.
Like the first giggle, the first
smile, everything. It's so precious. So if I was just looking through with these eyes through like an empty space of like difficult and challenges, then maybe I would not take so advantage about those moments, you know. So I think this is also very important to know the duality of every situation that you pass through as like a mother, because it's so dual, like it has duality in everything. Like when you are working and you are not with your baby, you are kind of guilting yourself, you know. If you're gonna live in this, like just analyzing this, you will never live. Like you will never enjoy. So just like be present in what you are doing right now. This was the key for me.
And I think that's a theme, like not focusing on what could go wrong or a plan B. Just giving all of your attention to what you want to happen, and you attract that happening. And I think when you are making a decision to start a family or to start a business, it's so easy to let outside voices influence you. There's so many voices, and you really have to think, what do I want, and only focus on that as if it's the only option. Because when you become a mother too, there's so much on your plate, so much going on. Like the world requires so much of you, and when you just focus on what is the most important to me right now in this moment, you make space for everything else, because you're not keeping 100 tabs open in your mind all at once.
And like you manage your time with much more like intention, but you are so precise with your time, because you know, like you don't have like 100 hours to be thinking about what it's gonna be your decision. You know, like you just have to decide, and then I think we become more wise.
Oh, definitely. You're forced to as well, right? Like this is how mothers lead their family, and how you pass on that wisdom. So I really don't think like I would be who I am today. You could probably say the same if you didn't go through the experience of birth, newborn, now raising another human. So I think there is so much beauty in what happens after the challenges. And challenges are inevitable, right? Especially like you, the challenge of becoming a full-blown entrepreneur with motherhood and having a family. But I love how you approach it with such grace, self-compassion, and understanding. What would you say is the number one thing about Floripa that you love when you were like, I want to be based here, and this is my community, and this is my next chapter? How did you know this place was for you and your family?
I think like first was the similarity with Bali, because At first, like when I went to Bali, I really want to live there, and I think this is gonna happen someday. But like I needed to choose a place in Brazil, and then I thought like the place that is like most related to Bali is Floripa, even though I didn't come here before. So like I was just searching. Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. So the first time that I came to Floripa, I had everything, like my luggages and everything, and like was already a decision.
Wow.
So yes, we knew that Floripa, it's an island, is surrounded by nature. But once I got here, I felt like the energy of the island and the energy of the people, and of course, like security, like to be surrounded by nature, like to have access to the beaches, to to the forest, and all of this makes like a huge impact in our daily life.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yes.
And on your mental health.
Totally. So like I think like in Brazil, Floripa is the best place to raise a child. For sure.
Yes. No, I completely agree. It's so family friendly.
Yeah.
And you don't feel bad like if your now toddler is running around like screaming. It's so compassionate towards families.
Yeah.
And in comparison with Bali, I know that has such a special place in your heart, and I would love to talk about the retreats that you will be launching in Bali. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, sure. I'm so excited about that because like when I created Madhya, I didn't think about holding spaces for retreats, like like creating trips and journeys, like was not a plan at all.
Yeah.
And this was so natural to us because it came from a request from our community.
Really? That's beautiful.
Yes.
That is so special.
Yes. So I think like community has like a huge impact on Madhya, and it was something that was building organically, with no like strategy or something like very like marketing or planned to create, but was something that was just like people coming to practice, and was not about the yoga practice or the Pilates practice, but was about how they felt here inside of Madhya and how they were welcome. So like we were creating this community, and this request came from this. And then we launched Madhya Journeys, that it's not like a physical space, but it's a part of Madhya that it's gonna hold this space for trips, for journeys, inside Brazil and outside, like abroad. And our first international retreat will be in Madhya in September 2027.
Wow.
And I am really excited because everything is started in Bali.
Yes.
So we are like coming back home,
Full circle homecoming.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really think Bali finds you at the perfect time in your life. That's where my husband and I met, and it just completely changed our lives. I'm always raving about it. Like, if you need answers, travel, but if you can choose, travel to Bali.
Exactly.
And I think it's just so wonderful that you will be bringing a group of women there too, because maybe it'll be their first time and they are going to find themselves, and you never know what other people, what other mothers are going through, right? So to offer that opportunity for them to reconnect, but also give space to create something even better. So I think a recurring theme is you don't need to have all the answers, but it's so important for you to not only think that you can have one slice of the pie. There is a way to make it all work. You can have both. You don't need to choose between ambition and becoming a mother. I think for you, it's just it's so much more beautiful that you can set this example for your daughter. Like, you didn't have to sacrifice your life to have her, right? Like, how empowering is that? So for anyone who is listening, who maybe has doubts about starting a family or starting a business, do you have any words of wisdom that you would like to share?
I think there's no right answer on that, right? Like, the first thing is we have to be connected to ourselves and what is like value for us. And don't base our plans and our ideas on the expectations of other people and how the world perform. Because if we are feeling our intuition, probably will take maybe a little longer if you are creating a business and being a mother at the same time. Will take a little longer to reach our goals or to get there.
Yeah.
But like, is really like time something to consider? Like, why can't I do both intentionally? Without having so much expectations,
right?
Because if we really analyze, maybe our expectations comes from this comparison to other women, to other business, you know. So what is valuable for me? And I think ask ourselves like very deep questions. Very true questions, like what I am doing this, why? It's just like to fulfill my ego, or it's just because like I really feel this. Like if there is an idea that keeps coming back, just like give some space to see what happens from here, you know? Like, and set like maybe one goal by a time, you know, like you don't have to have like 10
everything
goals and, you know, like a to-do big list. Like go slowly, but above everything, like respect your body. You know, you have to be very nourished in this way, because if you are connected to your body, to your intuition, to your feelings, there's no way to be wrong, you know, because this is the truth. Yes. So whatever, like if it's like to have the idea to have a child or to build a business or do both at the same time, just like give some space to ask yourself, why? How do I have the support to do this? Because this is also important. Okay, I'm gonna do this at any cost, just to show that I can do everything. No, maybe not, right? Like I have to see my reality in a very clear way, like real way. Do I have the support? If I don't, how can I do this respecting myself? So I think this is the key.
Like how do I do this without losing a part of myself, without having to sacrifice?
And I think like ambitious, like I used to have like an idea of ambitions before motherhood, and now I have a different one. I just feel that it changed, because for me now ambitious is being more intentional about what you want. It's just changed like the deepening, you know?
The definition of ambition, I think, changes, and it's okay to change, right? Like you don't need to be operating from the same playbook through your entire life. And when you become a mother, like give yourself grace. That meanings change, definitions change, but as an entrepreneur, it's so empowering that you can choose your reality in a way that's so aligned. So from this conversation, you know, your business that you've built and the family that you've built, so aligned. I know our audience can feel how passionate you are, and I bet it's a complete 180 from when you were back in your corporate job. So I'm just so proud of you, Paula, and everything that you've built. And thank you so much for sharing your wisdom on the show today. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Dani. It was amazing. I love it. And yes, thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Have an amazing week, my loves.